Inside your bedroom, we stopped counting the days, lost in the rhythm.
Hello and happy Monday. I haven't been feeling super great. I don't really know what's going on. I know that last night I was hit with a ton of fatigue. I don't even know what came first. I just know I took like cold and flu medicine just because I felt a little off, like something might be coming on, but I wasn't sure. So I went ahead and took some just preventatively, and it really made me drowsy. I went to sleep and I had a really difficult time waking up this morning because I was even more tired. So the start of the day was really rough. I almost thought about just like calling in to work today and trying to move clients, but I also had a dentist appointment, Finn and I really didn't want to move that and then have to move my therapy schedule. It was just a lot. So I decided I was going to power through. I'm going to at least get through the dentist appointments, and then I will go and decide if I am going to finish the rest of the day. I can make the call then, but at least I'll have done the dentist. By that point, I ended up having a client cancel, and then I convinced myself to go into work because I did the whole, well, it's only a few clients, it's just the afternoon, and I felt off and on throughout the day. Nothing bad though. That's what's confusing, is I don't feel particularly sick. I just feel really low energy, and I'm having like occasionally I feel a little sick in my stomach, nothing bad, but I also am having dizzy spells today. And if you are an OG Amy Prokopis follower, you may remember that a couple of years ago I was having dizzy spells, or at least really brief dizzy spells, most afternoons at work for a stretch of time, about this time of the year even. And I ended up going to the ER because I was having one and just got really nervous about it because I'd had so many. And they basically told me it was probably a stress reaction and that it was just vasovagal syncope, which is that thing that it like I always tell people, like fainting couches, when little Victorian ladies would faint because they saw blood. It's that reaction that makes your body just like, it's an instantaneous drop in blood pressure and it makes you faint. And so all the doctors I've seen, for whatever reasons, have all said that's probably what it is. It's just a reaction to stress or changes. But I don't feel like today particularly fit that. I wasn't stressed out. It wasn't a great big change happening today. It was really just a normal work week. The only difference is that I had the dentist appointment this morning, and I wasn't nervous for the dentist either. I actually was looking forward to it, weirdly enough, because I wanted to talk about some things with my dentist, with Finn and I. And yeah, so I don't know. But to make a long story short, I felt slightly dizzy off and on all day. And then I actually ended up cutting a session short with a client who thankfully kind of needed it to be short anyway, but we cut it short because I started to get intensely dizzy and it was not going away, and I thought I was going to pass out. I got a snack and I went and I sat down in the main office with the lovely ladies there and let them know kind of what was going on. And as I ate my snack and drank a ton of water, things started to come back and I was perfectly fine. But I don't know. Guys, I need to figure out what the heck is going on, because surely it's not just that. I don't know. Who knows? I do have a doctor's appointment in another month or two, so I'm definitely going to ask about it, because what we both thought was that by lowering the stress in my life, i.e. leaving public education and moving into private counseling and lowering the amount of stress I'm under, the thought was that a lot of these weird symptoms were going to go away, and they kind of did. but I don't know. So things to explore. So not to start the video off on like a downer, because I feel okay now that I'm home. So we'll see how the rest of the night goes. I haven't called anything off for tomorrow, but I am trying to be realistic about what I am physically able to do and not push myself too far, because then I don't want to then add the stress. So we will see what tomorrow brings, but I do have a plan B in the case that I don't feel super well. I do have some other thoughts of things I could do. So rather than just fully cancel on all of my clients. So there's that. But I am going to go inside and enjoy dinner with Alex and maybe do a little bit of writing. I have some things to wrap up work-wise that I didn't get a chance to do today between things. So I have a little bit more to do. So I'll check in with you guys in a little bit. It is Tuesday. I am working from home today. I don't feel well still. It's been real like touch and go. I don't really even know what this is. Who knows? I just know I don't feel great off and on. And half of my clients were all virtual anyway today. And so I decided, why not just make the other, it was like 4. Why not make the other 4 virtual if they can be virtual and just work from home, where I can at least be a little bit more comfortable and lay down a little more comfortable in between sessions if I need to. It just sounded like a whole lot less stress than getting out in the world. So I am working from home today. There have been internet issues also across our city. So it is kind of funny actually, because our office has been having more internet issues than my house. And so it kind of worked out anyway for me to be working from home, because my rate of seeing people, I think, will be more successful than if I had been in the office anyway. I am between clients, so I thought I would chat with you guys. I started watching a Netflix show last night. Alex and I were up. We both needed to work on some things last night. And so we just put something on, and I had been wanting to watch this show, and I am really, really enjoying it. So I am watching because Alex ended up going to sleep. So it was mostly just me, but I am watching Nobody Wants This on Netflix. There are 2 seasons that I can work through. I am really enjoying it. The couple, oh my gosh, they are so cute. And of course the storyline of this like sexy podcaster falling for this religious rabbi is really interesting. So I'm having a lot of fun with it. Yeah, I am about 4 episodes into that. That has been super fun. I have not done any writing. I'm trying not to get too discouraged by it because, one, it is only Tuesday. It's only Tuesday. And also I don't feel well. And so I'm trying not to stress myself too much about the things I haven't accomplished, because I also don't feel well to accomplish a whole lot. And the added stress is not conducive to me feeling any better. So I am trying to focus on what I am accomplishing and just self-care and feeling better. Speaking of self-care, I think I am going to go in here in a second. It's actually not very cold today, not like normal for Oklahoma. So it's really not that cold, but I have been freezing all day. I actually turned up the heater in the house. And I've got all kinds of blankets. I put on some thick pants and I am still absolutely freezing. So I'm gonna go back inside and get cozy again, maybe eat another little snack before my next session, and hopefully when I update you guys again, I will be feeling better. Goodness. I just spent a little bit of time trying to like be realistic about things and wrap my head around like the reality. Things like, yes, I haven't written as much as I want. I am probably not going to hit, well, I know I'm not going to hit my deadline of finishing this book anytime soon. However, all of my writing deadlines are self-imposed, and I still have the whole of 2026 to make up some ground, and I am getting ready to make some adjustments to make things a little bit easier on myself to accomplish things, at least to get back to accomplishing the things that I really care about, such as writing. So I'm feeling a little bit better about that. And enough so that I think I am going to sit down and do a bit of writing before I have to go and pick up Finn from school. I'm going to try to unplug and disconnect myself a bit from everything else and just focus on this book because I'm in a really fun spot anyway. So it shouldn't be hard to pick it back up and get to writing. Because I left off in a really good spot and I'm dying to get back to it. So I am going to settle in, get myself back into the vibes of this book, and do some writing. Hi, hello. It is Friday. I have been sick pretty much the whole week. It has been miserable. I still don't feel amazing, but I do feel almost normal today. And because I'm feeling almost normal, I've been able to like take stock a little bit of the things I have missed, the things I have to do and want to do. And now I am feeling a little stressed. Hi, hello, good morning. It is Saturday. I am a little bit of a disheveled mess. I am trying something new with my hair, so it is a little damp. I have, you can kind of see here, a little natural wave pattern in my hair, and I thought I would give it a try with the curly girl method to see if I could make the most out of it. Right now, it just looks like a mess. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, today is the first day I am feeling mostly back to normal. I have a few things on my list. I'm pretty much just staying at home today. Alex and Finn have some fun things they're gonna go do. I decided just because I'm still a little bit gross and sniffly, I'm gonna stay home. And I do feel well enough that I wanna do some decluttering because it will also make me feel better mentally. So I will be doing that. I also would like to fully finish setting up this space because hello, I don't think I have shown you guys, I have an office now, like a proper office. Still a work in progress. I think I'm gonna get a black desk. I'm looking at a folding one. I really like that. I think will be perfect in this space just because this space is also going to be a guest room. Here's the other half of it. We're gonna finish making this full bed eventually and then probably switch it with Finn's because this was his crib originally and we bought the full conversion set to convert it to a full bed eventually. But my brother-in-law very nicely when the crib was still a crib, offered when he and my sister moved in together to give us the old bed he had from his house, because my sister's bed was a lot nicer and they were just using all of her furnishing because he was sharing a space with someone else. So long story short, he didn't need his stuff anymore and was getting rid of a ton of it. And so we got some of the bigger pieces, such as the bed and the mattress, which is a queen. And so it makes more sense for my little guy to have his full bed back and to switch the queen into here. So eventually we'll be doing even more switcheroo. But this is the space. All of my lights are not on and I have wires. I'm gonna figure something out for that. I'm gonna probably mount them between the wall and the bookshelf to hide them, but I am very satisfied with it. And I think it's going to make a bigger difference in ways I hadn't even thought about. For one, it's going to provide a much nicer YouTube backdrop when I do sit down videos, but also I had a TikTok do really well, and it was a TikTok that I filmed in front of this bookshelf, kind of like this. I also filmed my yearly goals for 2026 in front of this bookshelf. That is available on YouTube right now. Go check it out. So I think it's going to be really nice. But for now, I am between reading a book. I started a Kate Oliver, I think it's Kate Oliver book. I am reading Savage Obsession from the Savage Sins series. I really liked book one. I actually really like a lot about how she writes. I also like that she always writes characters that are a bit more on the curvy side, which I think is really nice for representation. They are always a little bit more realistic women, which is really fun, and always feisty. So I really like this book so far. Loving it. So shout out to her. Go check her out. I am getting ready to fold some laundry before I move on to some other stuff. I kind of felt like I needed to sit down. So I had coffee this morning. Ooh, that was so nice. I haven't had coffee since I've been sick, and I think that is the reason I've been getting these intense migraines, because I had a dull migraine this morning even, and it has gone away. So I am going to enjoy more coffee while I do some laundry. Better. Like I said, it's Sunday. We are back on schedule this week. The Write With Me live stream is coming back to Patreon tonight, which I am super excited for. If you've never been a part of it, if you become a $5 Patreon member, you get access to a weekly Write With Me live stream where we do 3 writing sprints, or just productivity sprints, which means we write for 25 minutes, and in between the 3 25-minute blocks, we chat and I give updates about my projects. We catch up. We just have a nice time. And that is the Write With Me live stream. We do it every Sunday on Patreon, and until January, I think it's 24th, you can join the $5 tier for 90% off on your first month, which is really cool. So if you've been wondering what it's all about, this would be a good week to return to it, because we are bringing back the live stream, and there's also a lot of other content on there, things for writers, things for readers, exclusive things. I have a lot of fun there, and I am wanting to do a lot more with it. So if you have ideas or suggestions of things you'd like to see brought to Patreon, let me know in the comments, because I would love to do more things, but I want it to be things that you guys would enjoy seeing. So let me know. But that's that. I really do. I think it's the 24th is when that ends. But yeah, get 90% off your first month of Patreon. Link is in the description box. Hi, hello, welcome back. I am feeling so much better. Holy moly, I have not felt sick like that in a long time. And it was also really strange. I thought I had COVID, did not have COVID. Test came back negative, but it was weird. I got a little bit of writing done this week. Honestly, I think what I really needed was to just kind of reset my brain a little bit. Besides being sick, that one day I had kind of a rough time. I think I told you guys about it. I was just feeling a little bit defeated and a little overwhelmed and stressed about everything I had left to do and not being quite on my deadline with taming the beast. But I decided I needed to prioritize one of my goals for 2026, which is taking time to slow down and take time for myself every day. So I really let myself just get absorbed into that book I'm reading, that Kate Oliver book. And I am now like 50%, if not more than that, through it. And I just started it. I'm loving it. It's so much fun. And it also has kind of revitalized a little bit more of my creativity for my own work. So I'm feeling a strong urge to do a lot of writing today. So I am excited for the Write With Me live stream tonight, because I am hoping to get a ton of writing done tonight. So that's exciting. I don't know if I'll get any writing done between now and then. We will see. I might get a little bit done this afternoon, but yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. I have a lot more clarity about my outline and where the story is going. And yeah, I just feel connected to it again. I feel re-energized. So I definitely needed to take time for myself. So this is a reminder to you, and maybe a challenge for you. What is something that you have done for yourself this week that is strictly for fun and pleasure, not because it brings you money or because you have to, or because you already set the appointment? If it's like a hair appointment or something, what is something that you did for yourself that you indulged in just for the hell of it? Tell me in the comments. And if you haven't done anything this week, brainstorm some stuff. Tell me in the comments what you think you might do this next week for yourself. I think it's super important. And health and wellness, the whole body, health and wellness, holistically, is something I want to bring back into my life that I lost, I think, in 2024 and 2025 as I was shifting things around in my life. So yeah, I am going to do more reading. And this next week, I am going to make going on a run a bigger to-do item on my list. Yeah, I'm excited. I think this is a good point to leave the vlog for this week. One, because I found decent lighting, kind of, and I need to get this video uploaded and posted, and I could go on and on about health and wellness and mental clarity and manifestation stuff, because yeah, I've been pouring a lot into that. Maybe that's something I could bring more to Patreon, kind of my process for that, and share some of my templates and stuff. Maybe I'll do that. Let me know if that's fun and interesting. But yeah, I think this is a good place to leave it. Next week, hopefully, we will have a lot more writing content and maybe some self-care fun outings in the vlog. I'm hoping to make the vlogs a little bit more engaging. I think that's what was really lost on YouTube in the last few years, and I do think it's because I stopped doing a lot of it myself. So yeah, exciting things coming. So thanks for watching. Check out all the links in the description box. make sure to jump on that 90% off your first month on Patreon. Super exciting. I'd love to have you there and join our little community and see my process a lot more in depth over there. Yeah. Thank you guys so much. Read books, be kind. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Oh my